I rise in favor of victims' rights, especially the victims who cannot speak for themselves. Victims that are gone, their cases buried in cold case files at the sheriff's office. Now, I realize that life is priorities, and I realize that the County Board of Supervisors is confronted with that every day, and it's very difficult. Providing water for the living in the middle of a drought, or providing $1 million for oak trees. It spans the gamut. And I appreciate the work that all of you do in that regard. Now, the sheriff put forth in the last budget, 15-16, and page C-125, he requested a cold case detective to work full-time on cold cases. And that was recommended that it be denied. And the Board of Supervisors approved the budget denying the sheriff that cold case detective. So I believe that there's money in discretionary funding to give the sheriff that cold case detective he needs so that he can resolve many of the cold cases, or if some. And I bring to mind the one that's approaching us right now is the Kristin Smart case. In 50 days, it'll mark 20 years since she walked into the night and disappeared. And when it all finally shakes down, and mark my words, you will find that her body was rolled up in carpet, buried in concrete behind a house in Arroyo Grande. Now, this is a solvable case, and instead of waiting until next year's budget, it would be nice to see this on the agenda, voted for, and approved so the sheriff can get going with his full-time cold case detective. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Smallwood. John Gillis, followed by Ann Sensabaugh.